So what was the guy with the 5-second knockout, the fastest knockout in history?
Ben was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler. So you was trying to get it over with.
Yeah,
you just took off with
and I knew that
hit his ass with the Watusi.
Yes, he did.
305 stop, broke the record with some
crazy.
size.
Was you thinking that you was gonna do this to start the fight?
Yeah. I already knew. Like by the time I was in the cage, I was like,
damn.
got him.
Damn.
Got him.
That's crazy.
Look at you.
Sleep button. Hey, you want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Crazy.
Watch real quick. Him with the hands behind the back. Never mind.
God, he's stoned, dude.
Hey, what'd you say about my mom?
That second time.
What? Hey, cash at me that money you owe.
Cash at me that money you owe me.
That's crazy.
Didn't want no pride.
He said, cash at me that money you owe me.
Hey, what that move called?
The flying knee.
The flying knee?
And you guys would be great at it because you guys got crazy
But
vert.
you flipped over and took him down with it. Like, you hit him with the knee.
Yeah, so what he's going for is a takedown, right? He's going for like a standard double leg. I was kind of ready for that. You know, like if he goes down.
So he was going,
yeah,
okay.
so you see, he's going down. So when he goes down, thinking, I'm going to grab this guy's leg and use my Olympic wrestling caliber to make it one of those fights where he's just hugging and hugging. I was like, cool, bro, you could hug the shit out of my knee. Boom. You know, and just ended this dude, dog, you know?
And
that's all he wanted to do.
First one, right?
Yeah, he was dead
Did
asleep.
you have to hit him the second time? Or
you really want to know how evil I am? Because he was talking mad too for a while, for like 7-8 years, just and I know you don't know what it's like because no one's talking shit to you, but I can't take it when these motherfuckers talk to me, bro.
Nah, I feel you.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get you, don't worry.
He said you can hug his knee.
Crazy.
He was talking for a minute, so I knew he was gonna just come out and bear hug the whole fight, and he's good at it. He's a Olympic wrestler, 4-time NCAA finalist, 2-time national champion. I knew what he could do in the wrestling department, but this is a fight, brother. People ain't seeing a 2 men hug it up, you know. People are paying to see this, brother. So I had to let him know, man.
What you said?
Rents due.
What you said? What you said?
Leon Edwards. Let's see Leon Edwards.
You don't remember what you said to him? Wake your ass up.
I was tapping as like a wrestling reference because he wrestled,
Yeah,
right? No, I did.
Get your ass up.
And what I was saying to him is, there's another angle that shows it pretty good, is talk that now. And the reason why I was saying that is because he was asleep. And this is me just doing an interview. I was minding my business. I got fight of the night, knock of the night. This is another guy who's been harassing me online, harassing me in person.
We got value.
Now I'm in the middle of my interview, right? It's my time to shine. Let me say my side of the story. He interrupts me, you know.
Yeah, let's start. I want to watch this. I actually want to watch this. This is going to be good. So you just get to...
People, it's a drug that most people have never tasted. Man's try to duplicate it, but they can't find the recipe for it, you know? So I'm glad I got the recipe.
Let's talk about that opening sequence.
Maybe not. If you... Hey, come over here, say it in my face.
Uh-oh. You just couldn't let it ride, huh? You just couldn't let it ride, could you?
I didn't know the camera was going to
Just couldn't let it
turn.
ride, could you?
Not on my
Bangs on his ass.
My kids are going to see he's going to be like, why you let this dork bully you?
Hold on a second. Guy walks by, catches his hands real quick.
And the dog piecing his ass up.
He had like 5 homies with him.
Take that with you. Don't worry about it.
He did give him a 3-piece church of chicken.
That was a 3-piece in the soda right there. Served his ass up.
Chin.
This guy's really Uber Eats. It's nuts.
Yeah. And he gave him a biscuit.
He got just
3 pieces in a biscuit.
He just
Like, get your ass out of here.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Hey, we got some fan questions before we let you out of here. One of them must be based on the Ben Askren when you hit him, because it says, were those punches at the end necessary?
One of them we already got an answer.
We already got the answer.
Here's the thing. When I threw the knee, right? So the force of the knee is going like this. It's not just going like this. It's going like up and through, but also going like that, right? So when I hit a still object like him, my body starts to go over. So I knew like, man, I overcompensated by like a decimal of a second. So instead of getting out, and I already knew it as soon as I had already felt him go limp, I'm like, man, I'm only gonna get like 2 or 3 shots before the referee gets me instead. Because my original, what I wanted to do was hit him with the heat, and then have him land right there and go machine gun him.
Damn!
But you know, he got lucky. I only hit him with the 2.
Oh, I already know this answer too. If you could punch anyone in the face, who would it be?
We already got that. Else.
We got that answer.
It could be that dude that I mentioned earlier, allegedly, because he's still trying to sue my ass. Yeah, it'd be definitely Kobe's right ass. You know, it could be a lot of people, man. Got a long list.
This answer we already know. And you never fear anybody. Respect. Which opponent did you? Let's just put respect. Where you gonna put fear in there? Professionally, and how'd that fight go?
Never fear, I would say, but for the rest of my career, that was the guy that probably generated. I don't know if fear is the right word. Like, I was worried about this guy because since I started fighting, he's another legend. His name is Yves Edwards, and he was like one of the coldest out there. You know, he had gone 6-0 in the UFC, and the UFC said, we're not going to do the 155 division no more. We're going to get rid of it. It's going to be 170 pounds and up. So some of the world's best talent on that day got cut and went all over the world. And this guy was like chopping heads for a living, literally. He would rearrange eye orbitals, teeth. He had a very mean Muay Thai clinch. He would fucking knee you till your face looked different. Like, this guy was known for a head kick like a baseball bat. Hit you with it and would drop, you know. And, you know, at the time, I hadn't fought anybody in the top 50 in the world, right? Because me, myself, I was like ranked number 117. And this guy was either number 1, 2, or 3 in the world at the time in the whole worldwide ranking. Wow. And it was crazy because the UFC had just dropped this massive division that still had a lot of talent. Maybe the world didn't know about this division, but all the like cult followers of the sport like were very in tune into this division. So it was like, man, I wasn't supposed to have a chance in that fight, you know. And it was also my biggest step up. This was like my 13th pro fight. This was like his 20th, 30th pro fight. So there was a lot leaning towards him, and the sacrifices, the amount that I pushed through, everything that I did to get to that moment to beat that dude, let me know for like the rest of my life, like, man, I could do this and at a high level, you know. Thank God that in that camp, let's say for a common example, like I used to run the mile like in 7 minutes. For that camp, every fucking day, I was running that mile at 6:20. I don't know how, but because I had this like, I don't want to get my face rearranged by buddy. Like I don't, and I respected him as a fighter. So I was like, I don't know if I call it fear, just like a firm awareness of what this guy can do, you know?
Hell yeah.
And I was training my butt off. And that let me know for the rest of my life, I could do this at a high level. Thank goodness I got the victory in that fight, but it was a very like surreal moment. Like that was the Cowboy fight was maybe my UFC moment, but this was my MMA moment. Like MMA, I'm here for the world to see. You know.
I got a fan question. It's just one of my questions because my kids call me when I lose my temper a little bit. My kids call me Dade County Dad. Like, do your kids, they know the side of you now?
Yeah.
But do they reference the person who you started out as, and do they know that reference? And do they know you're a bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or do they just know dad that come home, hug everybody, eat dinner, or do they know outside the house like you that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when I get my kids don't know dad unless they piss me off. They just know dad that come home, love everybody. Yeah. I'm out here in these streets. I'm a fucking savage. I ain't playing no games. They don't understand that part. They don't understand that dad. So when they see that dad, they think that that's the other. No, that's really who your dad is. Like, it's just really
switch went off. You know. Yeah. He's like, yeah, only you and you alone see that side of me, but the rest of the world.
Yeah, they don't get to see. They get to see that softer side of you, but do they know that outside of that, like you're a motherfucker, you're a made man out here?
They seen a lot of my fights, you know, and just in case they didn't remember that day, someone will be like, "Yo, Masvidal, crazy fight, second knockout," you know, and my kids would be like, "All these people always," because I did some other shows and stuff where here and there they'll know me from like these reality shows that I did in Latin, in Spanish, but that's like 10%. 90% of the time it's for fighting. So my kids will be like, "Hey, these people all come up to you just because you fight well," and I'm like, "Yep." For the most part, you know.
Oh man!
So they know that I could take care of them. And stuff,
top 3 fighters you never got to face that you wish you would have. Another fan question.
At 155 pounds, I would have loved to face Khabib Nurmagomedov just because he's one of the greatest of all time.
Wrestling bears, grizzly bears.
Yeah, no, and his endurance, his mindset, everything. You know, a true animal in the game. A true force
Fight
in the
grizzly
game.
bears.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he was literally like bred for it. His whole journey is crazy since what age he was training, how intense and everything. That's why it led to his beautiful career and the defenses that he made at the title. He made it look easy too, you know. So definitely Habib, Jose Aldo, just because I think he's one of the greatest ever. And he's the guy that like I always said he could have probably beat everybody, you know, on the right night. I don't care who it is, John Jones, anybody. Israel Adesanya, any top wrestler, even Habib. I think the only one guy that probably could have beat Habib is probably like Jose Aldo, you know. So that would have been a great fight that I would have liked to done. This guy, I love him too much, but he was one of my all-time favorites, BJ Penn. But I don't think I could have fought him, man. BJ Penn's like one of my favorite fighters. But I think he's one of the greatest. He's the first dual-time champion. Won at 70, won at 55. Complete animal, defended the belt. You know,
workhorse too, man.
Workhorse when he was in there, you know, and also crazy, like in the sport, known like just crazy gifted athlete for combat. You know, he was the first American to ever win a Mundial black belt championship. You know, it was only Brazil that was winning the jiu-jitsu black belt championships. He was the first guy ever to win it outside of Brazil.
Wow.
And it was crazy. He also got his black belt like in under 4 years. It usually takes like 10 years to get a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you know. So this guy was like a freak in that. He came into MMA and everybody's thinking he's going to choke the living crap out of everybody. Nah, he starts knocking them dead. Bah, bah, baseball bat. Bah, bah. So I was always a huge BJ fan, man.
That's what's up.
Definitely like to scrap him.
We got another fan question here.
Yes, sir.
One of my guys came on. I see you got the Heat shirt on. You remember James Johnson?
Played for the Heat.
JJ used to play with us a few years ago. So he came up. His father, his mother trained. He came up and you know, MMA fighting. He had a short career. His conversation was if he got back into MMA, he would work on his ground game, and he felt like he would have a chance against John Jones. Damn, you think it's funny?
I wouldn't want to. Listen, JJ's my dog.
I love JJ, listen.
He tough as shit, but.
What? He's in karate combat?
No, so
But he's a stand-up guy, or
JJ had a kickboxing career.
Yeah.
What was his record?
He had tough. So I ain't gonna lie.
He had a nice little like he started small. It's nothing crazy. But
He's the same as UD. No one talks to him in the game.
his conversation is like if I worked on my ground game, if I got back into MMA, oh, see there it is, 27-0 in his kickboxing.
Yeah.
So his
It's not
conversation
bad, you
was
know,
if I worked on my ground game, if I got back into it, I would have a chance against John Jones. It's probably not that easy.
It's like being out of the league for so long, right? Let's say a really athletic forward, right?
Yeah.
He's been out for some time, right? Like how long has he been out of
Kickboxing.
Yeah,
for a
he's
while.
been out
right?
for a
And on
while.
top of that, he's never even done MMA, right? Now you got to factor that in there as well. It's like, man, all this guy right here, John Jones, does, and he's a sicko about it. He's fucking trained.
He's the best.
No,
And
he's a monster.
he's
He's
a guy. The reason why I love John Jones so much as a fan is because not only is he athletic, but a lot of times we see athletic guys that are not mean, and I hate that. It's like I'll turn against you. You're like athletic and you're not using. You're like the guy that just wants to win on points. You're athletic. I like guys that are always mean, but if you're athletic and mean, it's even better. And this guy is the meanest mother effer when he steps in there. He's one of the meanest guys. So it wouldn't work out good for Buddy, man. Because the thing, if you're not wrestling every day and night, for start, you don't have the endurance to last one round, wrestling wise. So if John Jones decides to do the same thing that he did to a college wrestler, his last fight, Stipe Miocic, and take him for a ride, he's gonna land into next week. And when he lands into next week, he's gonna see, holy smokes, this is nothing like kickboxing. This is a whole other world. This guy's only punching and I'm just receiving. Because when you're on bottom, your punches don't do, you know. So it's a complete different world. But I see no chance.
I mean, I seen a couple quotes from a couple guys that he fought, and one of the guys said that he has no weaknesses.
John Jones?
Yeah, one of the guys said that. John Jones,
Very
one of the
few.
guys he fought against said that he has no weaknesses.
You know, I would say there's weaknesses. There's things he's not the best at. Like his hands are not the best. You know, when he's faced like good boxers, he's had trouble. there's been some guys that he wasn't able to control on the ground. So he's had moments like everybody. He's human, so there's definitely weaknesses in him. It's just that his strength, greatnesses, and qualities would outshine that by so much more.
Bad. No, I
Buddy
don't want none of that. I'm
One of
telling
the
you that
meanest
right
guys on top of you too. If he's on top of you, he's trying to rearrange your face with his elbows, and he's so efficient about it. You know, you put in a kickboxer in that's never dealt with that heat in your life. You must not like your boy, man, because you setting him up. You send him to the butcher shop, bro.
We've got another exciting week of hoops coming up, and I've got the perfect way to get you even closer to the action on the court. Right now, all new DraftKings customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code OGs. The crown is yours. That's right. New customers get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins after betting just $5. And don't forget to stay in on the action and use your $150 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. If sports betting is not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.